Good evening and welcome back to my channel. Brozar here. I just want to have a look at Clash of Champions today. Obviously you can see by my thumbnail, I've put the stats of the Clash of Champions on there. Bron Breaker against Grayson Waller. I chose Bron Breaker, and I've played the first round actually as well. I chose Bron Breaker, one because he has the belt boost at the moment. So whoever you choose, you would actually go against the opposite. So I would have to fight or seek out Grayson Waller. And without Bron's belt boost, it just makes him a little bit easier. Now, Bron Breaker, of course, he's weak against speed and charisma, so the boost that he would get would be power and tough. Whilst Grayson Waller is the opposite. He's actually weak against power and tough, and he's stronger with speed and charisma. So I can use that to my benefit when I seek him out. Now, if I have a look at my deck, usually when you play Clash of Champions, a balanced deck is actually the best way forward. By balanced deck, I mean I can see Andre the Giant there. His power has a 123.9, whereas if I take my bottom character, his power is 99. So there's at least 20 million gap there. Not so much on their speed, of course. Now, I ideally need to bring that closer together. We'll just make it easier during the battles. At the moment, I've got 3 or 4 higher cards where ideally, if I had a more balanced deck, the opponent that I would face would be slightly easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my top ones and then simply replace them with my lowest in the deck. Now, as you can see, I have not actually maxed these cards. That's probably why they are on the lower side at the moment. Now I have my own Bron Breaker there, who has his belt boost. And if I swap that one out for Bobby Lashley, there we go. Now, if I have another look at the deck, you see that those cards now with momentum slots have gone more towards the mid area, and my highest cards have actually dropped down a little bit. So not greatly close, but I'm rather hoping it will be enough. In fact, what I will actually do is I will utilize equipment in this case. I think none of my characters there had equipment. Let's swap this around. Let's go. Yeah, we'll run one up. So top 16 of these cards. So I'm going to choose the bottom card, and I will give him the best equipment. So it's making it a little confusing. Improve. That one has ability, so I will do the next one. I will put the ability on Bron Breaker. There he is. I'll give him the ability because he has the belt boost. So I may as well utilize it. He still only has 52% chance of bringing it up, but hopefully that will be enough. Okay. Braun Strowman. I'll just run through these quickly and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've just done my last card. So obviously my top 16 guys have all got equipment on now. It's not going to make a huge amount of difference on this side. Just the odd characters got a slightly higher stat. I'm not too worried whether the equipment matches their preferred stat or not. I'm just throwing it on, to be honest. So he's got the best equipment and he will have the lowest equipment. So it's just a bit reverse order. It's made my deck slightly more balanced, but we will see what sort of effect that has as we go along. Okay, so let's go in for a match. Now, there is one thing, obviously, you're going to have to do bouts as you go along, so you're going to run out of bouts here and there. Um, Typically, I wouldn't really buy bouts. I mean, it's up to you if you do. So I am looking to seek out the Grayson Waller card. Now, this game is all about process of elimination. As you can see, there are two cards that are highlighted. Grayson Waller is not going to be behind the two cards that are highlighted. I can absolutely guarantee it. Otherwise, it would just be too easy. So you're going to have to choose one of these cards to get you started off. And the best way of doing it is to simply pick one and follow the card around. So I'm going to choose on the left side here. I'm going to run out of time, I think, so I'm going to choose my best card for a minute. Which, by choosing the card at the bottom, it will randomize what attribute you will be using. Or you can choose the attribute and it will randomize the character. I've just popped a picture to the right there. I had a chance with reversal there. Now this picture is the board that we are currently using at the moment. And it's a good idea to keep an eye as you progress through to just eliminate cards as you process them. So by eliminating that card, we know that the Grayson card was not there, and it's now opened up 3 new cards. So I'm going to follow, and essentially I'm eliminating cards as I go along. So I'm going to go up, and well, straight away I've got the Grayson Waller card. I'm going to just choose my best card. It don't make any difference because all of the stats beat him. So I am going to make a new board, and I'll explain what that board was about, hopefully, if I get a little bit more time in the next round. Okay, so I'm going to play. There we go. Exact replica of my current board. So this time I'm going to choose the top right card. Now what I'm looking to do is simply mark off and eliminate the cards that I have checked. I'll choose my best card for a minute. Now the champion, or the card that you're looking to seek, in this case Grayson Waller, he will always appear in the same place. So if I lose this round 3, on the off chance of going around the cards and not finding him, whatever I eliminate off this board, he will not reappear here. He will always be in the same position. Okay, I'm going to go down. So I can then eliminate this card. This card is useless. I am going to do Bobby Lashley has his stats outweigh on all of them. I haven't got too many cards on the board right now. There's only 9 cards out of a possible 25 positions. Although I think it's only 19 cards to choose from later on in the game. Okay, so I'm going to carry on with following the same line. I'm going to go down, and then I can eliminate that card. So I'm going to choose the one on the right. Now I'm going to use a different color quick to say this was the first shiny card and this was a shiny card. So Grayson was not going to be on either of those. So automatically they are eliminated. There's no point in doing that one. I'm going to carry on following it around. And I will choose my best card for a minute. So I can then eliminate this card as well. Okay. So I'm going to carry on following around. I'm going to choose the center. Okay, I'll eliminate that card. Right, now I've got the position of round 2 of 2. This is something that you'll get on all of them. I have no knockouts, and whilst some of my stats are lower, there is never any reason to restore any of your cards. It's just a waste of money. So it's better just to simply start the next round. So I'm going to carry on following around, so I'm going to choose the top one. Didn't get much time to choose that. It's a bit tricky trying to do the tutorial and choosing your cards at the same time. You don't get much time to actually process these. So following around again. And unfortunately, we are down to 1 left over card at the end of this. Okay, so I can see that power is an option. I have power down on Braun Strowman. Power and charisma is an option, and I have power on Braun down, charisma down on Bobby. Toughness and charisma, a lot of people have lost toughness. I'm going to choose Braun because even if power does come up, I have enough cards to do it. He has 3 high stats, that's why I chose him. We already know that this, oops, that was same color. Hold on a second. This blue one. We already know that that is the Grayson Waller card. Okay, so we click that, and there it is. Okay, so all 3 cards I can see in my deck at the moment, they all have power at maximum, so I'm going to select power because my power trumps his, and we already know that he's weak with power. So onto Arena 4. It's going to be quite tricky to show you the utilizations though. If you do lose both rounds, there's no reason to use any coins here. So if you lose both rounds, what you do have is you have this that you can refer to. So if you get like halfway across the board, for instance, if you get through here, I'm using the red here, which is not very seeable. You're using the red here, and you only managed to do the 4 cards within the 2 rounds. Obviously, you've got to do more than that. But when you start off a new bout, you can then do a different direction. That's connect there. Different direction, and then find your card. It's just a reference basically. That's all you're really using it for. So here we go again. There we go. There's our new board. So we already know that he's not going to be this one or this one, but we still have to pick one. So let's go with the left one. And what we do is we stay on the left side. And oh, it's going to automatically pick because I haven't had enough time. So we're going to stay on the left side. So this will open, this will open, and this will open. So you could go from here and you can go into this one, or you can go into this one. It just makes it much easier for your brain to handle. I mean, you can simply go straight into here, but it's not going to be as easy to remember, especially if you're not using a program to do it. So if I'm going to go upwards, so I'm going to eliminate that one. We already know that it couldn't be that one or that one. I will choose my best card here. It is simply process of elimination. You pick a card and you essentially you're going to follow it. Right. I'm going to stay. I'm going to follow around again, even though the bottom one down there. Okay, so Grayson Waller again. So what I also like to do or try, in fact, I'm just going to choose a card here. I like to choose ones with 1 stat, preferably. If I have an option to use multiple cards, I will tend to use a card with 1 stat. Simply because it opens up the other cards for more stats when it becomes harder in the game. Okay, let's go on to round 4. We already know that this was the Waller card. I should be using different colours here, but it takes time. So that was the correct card. We'll remove that from the board, and we will start a new one. Okay, so this is a different board here. Level 5. I believe that every 5 levels, well, it's got to be completely wrong now, I imagine, but every 5 levels, I believe, will give you a new board to play with. So again, I'm just lining up and I'm going to show you the grid. There we go. And again, we already know that this one cannot be it, and this one cannot be it. But we need to choose a left or right here. So I'm going to go to the left side. So again, we know that's not it, and that's not it. And I've just timed out on that. So with this side, now you've got to think about where you're going to go with this direction. So I open this up and then this will open, this will open, and this will open. But we need to work out and eliminate cards in the best way we can. So for me, the best way to do that is to go up. So go across and then up. That way you eliminate all of the cards that are on that side. So it cannot be any of those. So I'm going to click on the left side. I'm just going to choose a card. There we go. Right, and then if I have time, I may then choose this card and go across here and across here. Because I know that if I run out of cards in the round, I can choose this card because this card touches this one. And I can then go around for this side. Okay. So again, process elimination, he was gone. And then we worked on that one, and there he is. I have a boost here, so it makes no difference what card I push. Okay. We have 57 here, so we need to run through the draft board. I'm going to pause the video here and come back. Okay, so let's dust off those cards. Oh, and as you can see, I picked up a yellow peak card. As you can see, it uncovers cards in Clash of Champions, so that's currently, you will be able to get these on the draft board. I think I've only got the single card there. Oops. So yes, from the draft board you can pick these up. I will show you what they do in a moment. Oh. One second. So we picked up two there. We also pick up the atomic drop at the moment as well. So we go back in. So this is a different grid. So when it comes to peaks, oh, I shouldn't have done that yet. Never mind. I was going to say that you can buy peaks from the top there, but I recommend not doing it. Uh, Let me choose one of these cards for a minute. Let me reset up my board. So, so we already know this is no good, and this one's no good. This one's no good. We accidentally just found out these are no good as well. But that's essentially what a peak does. Now, I personally go through the first round because I build up my peaks. So this is my second card. Usually, when you buy peaks, I mean, like I said, I don't, but I know quite a lot of people that coin do, which is fine, but it helps you get through much quicker. Let's hopefully I'll be able to show you. Can you go? Let's go up. I would do. So this one's no good as well. And then I'm going to go left from here to do that last remaining one. Okay. So charisma doesn't look like a good idea, or speed. Toughness and charisma. I don't think we're going to win this one. Doesn't really matter too much whether I lose this one, to be honest, at the moment. I'm still going to have enough cards to finish off, and I'm going to show you the peaks anyway. But we already know that it's not going to be that card up there. So we can eliminate that one. Charisma's pretty bad. So is power. So this is one of the things, as I was saying earlier, ideally you need to keep an eye on a stat. Usually I will pick like maybe power and toughness and try and use that only during the first round, and then look at speed and charisma if I can during the second round. It's not quite as easy. Right, so I have 4 cards remaining. I know that the left one we've already looked at, can't be that, so I'm going to use a peek here, and we can try and eliminate more cards. So from here we can do this one. So we've eliminated that one by going around. So there's only one card left now. Power and speed is not good for Mysterio, so I'm going to go with Dexter. Which is, of course, has got a 0 on Grimes there. Okay, now am I going to be able to do it here? I've only got Rey Mysterio left. And I know that card is here. Okay. Well, we know where the card is. There's no need to spend credits for an extra round. Makes more sense just to back out. Because you're going to get the points even if you lost. So if we go back in. So we know that this card should be done first. And then onto this card. Because the boss won't change. He will still be in the same place. So I'll just throw Dexter Loomis in there because he's higher. And there he is. Toughness, in theory, should beat him. So I'm just going to select Toughness here. Because we know he's weak against it. Our board is complete. And I'm currently ranked 16,000. So the idea, of course, is to be as active as you can and hopefully break down round by round by round in order to get higher and higher in the ranks. Your champion reward, if your champion wins, which so far we can see that there's a big gap. In fact, it's 3 times the gap between them. So by choosing a winning champion, you also get a victory reward as well. And you get the milestone rewards, which I haven't yet got. Anyway, I hope that's helped you with Clash of Champions. Thank you very much for your time.